What's up, guys? As most of you know, I'm a huge fan of the Maruyama landscape blade when it comes to maintaining real low grass. If you're maintaining a sub 1 inch height of cut, I would say it is without a doubt the best tool for the job for trim work. A landscape blade looks kind of like a round hedge trimmer. It has two blades that spin in opposite directions, and it just sort of clips the grass and lays it down. There's no string flopping around to cause scalp marks, so it's just a really clean way to trim your grass at a low height of cut. The landscape blade is marketed by Maruyama, but it's manufactured by Idech Corporation in Japan. They call it Power Rotary Scissors, so you'll often see those two names used interchangeably. In the past, the best way to get your hands on a landscape blade was to buy it from a Maruyama dealer, but now you can buy just the head from places like Seago International or R&R Products for about 300 bucks. The kit comes with several adapters for both the drive shaft and the outer tube of your host power tool, and they claim it can be adapted to fit just about any major brand of outdoor power equipment. Attaching one of these to a popular brand like Steel or Echo is documented to work great, but what I want to try today is something just a little bit different. Let me start by saying that I love fossil fuels, but I don't have a huge lawn, so I've been experimenting with some battery operated equipment from Ego. I've done a little research on their 56 volt multi-head system, and I think I can make this work. For this project, I ordered the Ego MHC 1502 string trimmer and edger combo. It's my understanding the power head that comes in this kit utilizes a 2000 watt brushless motor, so it should have plenty of power to spin the landscape blade. With all that said, let's get this project started. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is remove the Ego string trimmer head, take a look at the drive shaft, measure the outer tube, and make sure the adapters that came with the Power Rotary Scissors are going to work. Okay, so it looks like what we're working with is a 7 spline drive shaft with an outer tube that measures exactly 25 millimeters. And wouldn't you know, the Power Rotary Scissors came with a 7 spline drive shaft adapter and a 25 millimeter outer tube shim. So the next step is going to be to attach the Power Rotary Scissor head to the Ego attachment shaft. Alright, now that the landscape blade head is attached to the Ego shaft, the last thing to do is to remove these 3 screws and make sure the head and the gearbox have plenty of grease in them, and then we'll be able to give this thing a try and see how it works. Okay, so off camera I got everything topped off with grease. To do that I removed these 2 screws and this bolt. I used the Maruyama EP0 grease to top everything off, so I think we should be good. Oh wait, I forgot one thing. Okay, now we're ready to mow some real low grass. Okay, so just a quick look at the Ego 56 volt power head. The battery slides on and off the back. It's got a little latch, really nice setup. This kit came with a 5 amp hour battery, so that should be plenty of power. The trigger, there's a little safety switch that you got to depress before you pull the trigger. It has 2 speeds. You can select those with the toggle switch here. It's just a really pretty slick little setup. Okay, so connecting Ego tools to the power head is very similar to other platforms you'll see out there on the market. You basically just insert the tool, there's a push button detent, and then you tighten the thumb screw just to snug everything up. So some parting thoughts on adapting the Idech Power Rotary Scissor head to the Ego multi-head system. Everything really performed as expected. I had plenty of power. The battery life was probably a little bit better than expected. I used the 2.5 amp hour battery that came with my blower, and I was able to do all my trimming, edging, and blowing all in one charge. So the 5 amp hour battery that came with the MHC 1502 kit is going to be plenty of battery life for my yard. I'm really excited about it, and I look forward to using it some more. So if you enjoyed this video and like to learn more about maintaining real low grass, be sure and hit the subscribe button. And as always, be sure and join us at thelawnforum.com.